Cool. Okay. So I finally got something rolling. I was having some trouble with my mobile phones because I was actually recording on my mobile phone, but it was running out of memory. So it was really hard to store the videos for my tarot readings for everyone. So I was trying to do it. So I was trying to get the cards in there. So I was trying to do it so I could get live stream on YouTube, and I was going to try and bring you live recordings through YouTube, but trying to do the studio and trying to get it all done through that was proving to be difficult. So I've decided to just record it via the webcam on my computer, and then I'll just upload it onto YouTube from there. Okay. So I've finally got some sort of way of going about this, so hopefully this works. Maybe I should try it. Do it this way. Okay, so now you can actually see my face a little bit. Not that I wanted my face in there. But anyway, I'm Jacob, and this is Psychic Intuition Tarot. So, first of all, we're doing Aries. So, same thing. I'm the only person that does this, and I do this for free. Or I'm not the only person that does tarot, but I'm the only person that does this channel under this name. I'm doing my tarot for free. It's all through YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Feel free to ask questions, give feedback, and whatnot. And yeah, take every reading as it resonates. Flip it, turn it, make it opposite, whatever. I'm not going to ask for any money or anything. All I want you to do is, if you come across the video, please subscribe to the channel and like it, just so I know that people are actually watching it, so I can continue to give you more readings. So I'm just going to pause for a second and turn the TV down so there's no background noise. Okay, and we're back. Okay, so what I do is basically 3-card reading, but now I'm breaking it up into 3 levels of 3, so 9-card reading, supposedly, past, present, future, and then I'll clarify with this deck, and then I'll grab a couple of cards from this deck just to get some messages from the universe for you. I'm not sure if I really... I'll try and get my face and the cards in. I'd rather you see the cards than my face. The cards are more prettier than I am. So maybe I should slouch down a little bit. There we go. Okay, it'll probably stop me shaking the table as well. So, whew, after all that, so first of all, we're doing Aries, so this will be an Aries video. So welcome, Aries. Nice to meet you. So, I'll actually use it the other way around, but for your reading, we're going to go this way. So that's why I like to have it more on the cards, because you can't see the cards and you don't really want to see me. I'm just going to adjust it here. Put this deck out of the way. So you probably want to see the cards. At least now, I mean, you can actually see the cards. Yeah. So move my phone out of the way for you. Okie dokie. So first of all, we're reading the Ten of Swords, going into the Chariot, going into the Hierophant. So the Ten of Swords is basically, the swords is intellect of the mind. It's like a new beginning, like you've just been through all the stuff, all the pins and needles, and you can move on to the next chapter. So if you have a look at the card, there's actually like a river here, and again, the guy actually gets up in the tarot. The story goes, the guy gets up, Swords fall out like needles. It's the last card of the swords, so he's learned all his lessons. He thought he was defeated, but he gets up. They fall out. He thought they were swords stabbing him, and he was dead, but he didn't. And they all fall out just like little needles, and there was no pain. And then he walks across and ventures over to the new land, to his new adventure. 10 cards in all the tarot are basic completion. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, even though it looks like he's been defeated and stabbed to death. He just feels like he's weighed down by his thoughts and burdens. So the next card in moving across, we've got the Chariot. And the Chariot is actually all about movement, being a chariot. So like I said, there's been some sort of process here where you have been going through and you're moving on to a new venture, moving on to something something new, something moving forward in some way, let's just say. Following that, we're coming to the Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant is about your intuition. So in the tarot, the Fool's Journey, which is the major arcana, the Fool comes across the Magician first, and then comes across the Hierophant and asks the Hierophant and says, look, how am I meant to use these tools that the Magician has given me? Actually, I might be able to move it just up a tiny bit. There we go. So how am I meant to... So how's he meant to use all the tools? We want to go back this way. So how's he meant to use all the tools that the Magician has given him? And the Hierophant basically doesn't say anything at all. Okay, the Hierophant turns around and answers through his thoughts, through his intuition. All the answers just come through his mind. And then he basically gets the answers that he wants, and he thanks the Hierophant and then moves on. Okay, so being that the first card is all to do with swords, and then there's some sort of movement with the Chariot, essentially it's saying to follow your intuition, and you've got some sort of new lesson that you've learnt in life, and it's sort of clarified a new way of thinking, so it seems. So these ones are more clarifying of the top ones, and then I'm going to go through with another deck and clarify each card as well. So the next one, we've got the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, so Wands is all about the internal spirit, so to speak. And he's very proud, and he's sitting there with like a crown here. So he's got like a little sort of, like a Roman sort of crown you can see on his head, trying like just here. And he's very like bold there. He's moving forward with so the thoughts is like a renewed spirit that you seem to be using, which is interesting because if we're moving down, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, so you're nurturing something physical with the lessons that you've actually learned from all this coming down here. But moving across, we've got the Six of Cups. Okay, and the Six of Cups, there's been some sort of... Cups is all about emotions. Okay, and it's actually provided some new emotions that you're giving out, or you've been given. And with these thoughts, it's like a wow, so your spirit's sort of been cleansed by you've come to terms with. It's like you've come to the end of a lesson and a cycle of a lesson, and you've turned around and you've got sort of a new realization. Okay. Yeah, that's literally it, a new realization. That's given you a new spirit, and that's why you're moving forward with this proud wand with the Six of Wands, and then going into the Six of Cups. you've basically got it's given you it's whether the universe or the person that has taught you the lesson is giving you some new way of feeling, some sort of like refreshed, I suppose, or it's like sort of feeling about the way that you deal with things. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's the best way that I can actually sort of put it into words from what I'm actually getting from the cards. And then next we have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is about manifestation. It can be like deceiving and stuff like that as well. It can be like, your mind playing tricks on you, but I'm really seeing manifestation in these, and he's actually these are all things that he's visualizing essentially, and he's manifesting these things. So what the lesson that you've come across throughout all this, with the Hierophant, like I said, it's underneath the Hierophant. Okay, and that's all about your intuition. So your intuition is going through and manifesting this new idea and these new feelings. You're like feeling a new path, and you're getting some sort of new direction, that either the universe or some sort of lesson in life has given you. Going back to the Queen of Pentacles, you're actually nurturing this like a gift. Okay, so you're nurturing what you've been given as a gift, but there's some sort of indecision, and you're juggling up a way to actually go about things, or you're juggling up a way to deal with things. But we'll clarify this as we go along. And then as far as your thoughts are going, you've got like the Six of Swords, which is all about moving to a new place. Not like, I mean, it could be like literally moving house, but not necessarily. It's moving to, it could be a new thought process, like say you didn't know how to make scrambled eggs, and then you finally knew how to make scrambled eggs, and you've got some sort of like, wow, I can actually feed myself. I mean, that's just a small example. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm sure you know how to make scrambled eggs and whatnot, but it's all about moving on to a new journey. Some sort of enlightenment has like given you some sort of new, it's opened up a new path in life, and you're moving on to that. You're moving on with that gift and that lesson that you've learned there. Yeah. So I'll clarify the going across left to right. So the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords. You have the Nine of Wands. So yeah, it's definitely some sort of new lesson. That's like a new spiritual. So he's standing there with all this. Well, he's pretty much like got everything he wants now. He's got some sort of clarification of exactly what he needs to do, or what she needs to do, what you need to do. So I think we'll go down. No, we'll go left to right. So let's do the Chariot for Aries. So you got the Page of Swords here. It's just popped out. So the Page of Swords is like definitely some sort of new way of thinking. Swords, like I said, is thoughts, and it's just a new beginning, a new fresh way of thinking. It could even be like just a new way of thinking about life, maybe. Let's clarify the Hierophant for you, Aries. Let's clarify the Hierophant. Okay. The Hermit. So yeah, I mean, the Hermit's about the Fool. When he's learnt his lessons, he's turned around and he's there within himself, and he's using everything that he's learnt to light his new path forward. Yeah. So I mean, it's all sort of clarifying the way that you kind of would assume with what the reading has gone with so far. Yeah, I'm just going to see these cards. I'll just try and get this. Sorry about that. You probably don't want to see my face anyway. I'm not the prettiest looking person in the world. Okay, so let's go on to this Six of Wands. You have the Ten of Pentacles, so definitely something, some completion, some physical completion, some sort of completion. You feel very refreshed with this, with this lesson that you learn. It's like a, sorry, I just keep messing with the camera. I really just have to stop it. So it's definitely some sort of. It's definitely some sort of like realization or some sort of like refreshed sort of way of sort of like thinking. Yeah, I'll see if I can actually make this bigger. So I'm very bad at computers, so there we go. I might just have to slouch a little bit. Be more comfortable for me. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely some sort of like fresh realization for you, some sort of fresh start. So let's do the cups, the Six of Cups. You've got the Four of Cups. So even though you've got this, you just didn't see that other cup that was there. You just weren't sure, 100%. A little bit confused with the emotions. That's technically what I'm getting from it. You might be double thinking, second thinking about if that's the right emotion that you should have with that experience. Like it could be, if it's relationship wise, it could be like, you might be happy that you've broken up and you should be thinking, oh well, I should be sad, but you're not. It's like, well, you've learned some sort of like lesson, and it's sort of it's giving you some sort of like realization or confirmation. So with the manifestation, I mean, you've got a star, so whatever it is, like you're onto the new path, and you're like, you're manifesting. This is to clarify the what is it, Seven of Cups. Could have just counted the cups there. So that's to clarify the Seven of Cups. So whatever you're manifesting is going to bring you whatever you want. See, it could be, say it's a relationship, I'm not going to let this happen, I'm going to make sure I get like someone decent next time, and you're going to manifest that, and it's actually going to happen. It could be some sort of business deal, it could be anything, only you know what's going on with your life. I'm just reading the cards out for you, but whatever is coming out of the lesson that you're learning from what you've been through, you're going to come out really, really good. You're going to come out on top, definitely. Yeah, so you're definitely going to come out on top with that. Let's do the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And you got the Ace of Pentacles. So something that you're nurturing something new. So he's like holding that pentacle. You're nurturing something fresh and new. Oh man, I do have a friend that's sort of going through some stuff, so I just want to double check on that. Anyway, I'm a Cancerian, so I'm always there for people, and they're always asking me for advice and things. And, Two of Pentacles for Aries. That's why I do this. I mean, I like to help people. If I can sort of help you guys actually have some sort of clarification with your lives, and you would turn around and say, hey, that reading was right, it helped me on a better path. It would make me very happy. So I'm more than happy to have your feedback in the comments and whatnot. Please let me know, because I don't know how these readings actually go with other people as far as their lives are concerned. No one's actually commented on them. So please comment, like and subscribe, because I would like to know if they're accurate or... Yeah. So you have the Seven of Pentacles. And technically I'm just reading what the universe is trying to give you, or telling me to give you, asking me to give you, it's throwing it to me. So the Seven of Pentacles is there, just like looking at all his all the things that he's created, just seeing how he can get more. So that's probably what you're deciding about. How you can actually make things better, make things more fruitful. So he's trying to see how he can make the fruits of his labor more fruitful, and that's what he's doing. That's the indecision. So he's just juggling and sort of deciding how he can make things more fruitful. So let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Swords for you, Aries. Fish that have a like reading, playing and stuff, so don't mind them swimming around. They're very active. Top card, Ace of Cups. So what you move on to is going to be very new, fresh, brand new emotion. It's a new beginning, fresh new emotions, like a fresh new kind of start, like a I don't know if it's like a lesson, but I mean with the Star as well, reading it down. So you've got in here, you've got the Hermit, where you've come and you're using your previous experiences to light your path forward after the Ten of Swords and whatnot. And then what you're manifesting, this is in this row going down, and what you're manifesting, so that's with the Hierophant. So you're using your intuition to guide yourself forward. So those are the two from the top, yeah. So it's your intuition, and he's actually using all these lessons that he's learned to use the land to light his path forward. Yeah, so he's using you together, saying that they're use your intuition. Sorry for stuttering. Use your intuition to guide yourself forward. Then you're manifesting something amazing. So with the Star, it's like pulling water out of. I don't know if you can see, if it's going to focus, but she's actually pouring water into the lake and then pouring it onto the earth. And it's got the Star above as well. It's kind of like a Mother Nature kind of vibe to it. Yeah. So you're manifesting something really beautiful here with your intuition that's guiding you forward. You're manifesting something great, and once again, you're moving forward with brand new emotions. So it's like you've had a revelation of some type. It's definitely like you've had a revelation or like a life lesson of some type. I mean, it's actually a really beautiful reading, Aries. It's really nice. So I'm just going to give you 3 cards. What does the universe want Aries to know with this reading and for August? relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, a positive resolution of a conflict. Well, that kind of really links in with the reading that we've been given. Sorry if you can't see that. Maybe you just have to trust me on this one. I'm trying to get it to focus. I'm using my webcam and not my actual mobile phone camera. Yeah, it's it's the Two of Water, so Two of Cups. A relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. Okay. What else does Aries need to know? So it could be very relationship based. Maybe you made a mistake about someone, you judge them and you feel bad about saying, hey, like, I was wrong that we weren't right for each other. This person's actually beautiful. Let's try and make something work together or something, just hypothetically. It could be anything. I mean, it's your life. I don't know what's going on. It could very much be relationship based. We've got spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. The Hermit again. Okay. How can you know what? I'm going to use my phone and use the torch to see if I can light this. So that's the back of the card. So that's the Hermit. It's probably just coming out even more blurry. But yeah. So it's essentially what you said. What's going on with the Two of Water? That's probably really bad. I'm sorry. New to all this technology. So I mean, yeah, it's saying meditation, use your intuition, spiritual teaching. Let the universe guide you essentially forward. One more card for Aries, please. It's that one. It's that one that says, the Empress, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. I'll show you anyway, even if you can't see it. Anyway, it's the Empress. I mean, it's essentially these three doing an overall recap of the reading, which is amazing how often that happens. Tarot spins me out. I like that. A lot like that. I'll watch tarot on YouTube, and then I bought a deck because I was having a lot of intuition sort of thoughts and things were actually happening. As I said earlier on in my channel, like I sort of had a hunch that when the whole pandemic thing happened, that a war would start. There's going to be some sort of like nuclear threat behind it and whatnot. And even like the LA Rams winning, it was just like a random thing, even though I didn't bet or anything. But yeah, so I decided to grab some tarot cards and just sort of see if I could get some readings myself, or just even just seeing this, the way it seems to pan out. And there are negative cards. I mean, it doesn't have to always happen like this, but it's just amazing how often it actually seems to pop out this way. And just sometimes like you just get an inkling and bam, a card will just pop out and just sort of like confirm that inkling. Like you might be like, oh yeah, I just got a hunch that it's about love, and then all of a sudden, bam, the lovers come out. But this might not be about love. It might have a loving thought or vibe behind it. It might be about family. It might just be like a self lesson. yeah, it's amazing. Like, essentially, it's saying something grows closer, positive new resolution of conflict. You've got some new way of thinking with your thoughts, and you're moving on to a new path here with the swords. You're feeling good about what you've learned and what you've sort of like gathered, and then these come across with the star, the water. I mean, she's got water in there with the what you're manifesting. It's like you're manifesting something new. It's literally like a story being put together. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I wish you all the best in August, Aries, and please leave some feedback. And like I said, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you later.